Welcome back, everyone. This is part 3 of a series of videos that I put together on my analysis of the US Presidential Inaugural addresses. Wow, that's a mouthful. In this video, we're going to be talking about keywords. What are some ways that you can look at what keywords were said and a bunch of different cool and unique ways to slice and dice that information. So let's get into that now. The dashboard I will be showing is linked below, so feel free to try it out yourself. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you is this keyword search that I've added that's new for this year. So let's check that out right now. So I'm going to click into that, and the main input is a word or phrase, whatever you want, you can put in here, and then below you will get the references of when that phrase was mentioned, by which presidents, by which political parties, trends over time. So I typed in economy, and you can see kind of, it's mentioned a lot. There's a big gap right here where that word was not mentioned, and you can look right here, 1925, let's click that to filter. You can see Calvin Coolidge, mentioned it the most. So there's a little bit of his references, drastic economy, no matter what others want, these people want a drastic economy. So it's just super fun to play around with this. And, you could kind of see, ironically or not probably surprisingly, you can kind of see, for recent presidents, Reagan and Bill Clinton mentioned the economy more than anybody else. And you could see kind of all the different phrases that match, because it's kind of doing a wild card based on that word. And the Republicans mention the economy, almost two times what the Democrats do. And then you can see kind of some of those older political parties. Let's filter this to more recent times, since 1949, definitely that gives you a little bit more of a picture of who's mentioned it as well. So another term that's been in the news quite a bit is borders. So let's search that and see what references we get there. So interesting. So it looks like back in 1929 and back in 1937, and then there's a huge gap, and then it really didn't start getting mentioned until about 2005. Let's see who that was. So that was George W. Bush that mentioned it, defended borders, distant borders. So it looks like Trump has mentioned it more than any past president. Biden and Obama both mentioning it as well. Another term that's been mentioned in the news a lot lately is tariff. So I'm going to search that and see what I come up with. And very interesting, you could see the timeline, it was mentioned quite a bit up until the 30s, and no one has mentioned that until Donald Trump recently, where he mentioned it 2 times. So very interesting, you could see kind of, but other presidents throughout history have. Looks like Taft and McKinley, and Taft had quite a bit. Let's look at that, where he, 1909, a lot of different mentions of the word tariff there. And so very interesting. It's really cool to see kind of the trends over time, and it's super fun to play around with. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you'll play around with the dashboard yourself. The link will be below. And if you need help with your reporting or analytics, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Head to our website at integritydi.com to learn more. Thanks, everyone.